Lex could very well fold this or follow through on the float maybe, but I don't see him calling.
He does call.
What the hell was that?
Lex Veldhuis is now known as the world's #1 poker streamer.
To be honest, we're a little surprised you're not watching his stream right now.
But rewind the clock, and there was a time when he was actually a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed youngster trying to make it on a little TV show called The Big Game.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And he calls. I'd be willing to bet a pair of wooden shoes that the Dutchman is planning to take this away on a later street.
Jack of diamonds on the turn.
Attempt to take it away, I should say. That jack changes things a bit. Now that Lex has a pair, he might want to get to showdown as close to free as he can get it.
Check, check on the turn. 7 of spades on the river.
The flush card came in.
Bogosian bets. 13,200.
This bet is small enough that it might look to Lex like Bogosian also wants a cheap showdown.
Lex raises to 32,500.
Lex is repping the flush harder than a flashy plumbing advertisement.
Bogosian staring at the board and folds.
Expert play, Alexis.
So Lex's raise called by Piqué and Daryl Inglis, a Canadian qualifier.
Thank you.
Top pair for Lex.
I appreciate it.
Second pair for Piqué.
You still got me by 150.
Well, by a few hundred.
Yeah, 150, 200, something like that. But he's still the target. I mean, I still got to catch 500.
I know.
500, that's a lot of chips to catch.
Suck it out of
So Lex has continued for 14,000. Frisky little raise from Piqué to 36K.
A big point right
Gets
here.
rid of Daryl.
You know, we would have a chance if Lex would stop dumping chips on every time.
I have a good feeling about this.
2 pair now for Lex. And he checks it. And Piqué, having raised the flop, will now barrel turn with his pair of fives. 42,000 into 94,000. Just call from Lex, or do you think we see a raise?
I think Lex just calls. I think Lex knows that Piqué is likely to be bluffing. Doesn't want to chase him out. No, he's raising. I don't know anything.
Oh my God.
120,000. Well, that should shut this hand down.
We're paying a big line every.
What do I can see the whole
Every
covers.
one big blind. The big blind is the only one that pays it.
But Annie is every hand.
Only one person pays it. The big blind pays it. That's it.
Oh.
Wow,
It's a big blind Annie.
surprised
new
to see
format.
Piqué go for chips. I
Not
figured
everybody
he'd
Annies anymore. It's just one person.
be done with this now.
I love how Bruce doesn't even pay a bit of attention.
100?
You got all your chips going in the middle, sir.
Wow, he calls.
It's a huge hand here. Huge. Not yet.
He's only got 5%
He's
equity.
playing Lex. So.
I meant the hand's not over.
Yeah, he's playing Lex. So.
Yeah, you don't know. Anything can happen, Bruce. Anything can.
I mean, I know what Lex has, so.
River card
Just a brick.
is an ace. Imagine Lex is reasonably confident here.
I mean, you know Chris and I are rooting for you, right?
More than you could ever. I've never rooted for Lex so hard in my life.
Well, I have. Nothing against you,
You guys don't like football or what's
Gerard.
No, they
No.
really
I
want Gerard to
He's
dust
got a
off
good
Bruce's
That
chips.
stack is good.
What? Piqué blasts off and announces all in and gets snap called by Lex.
Open.
We took a hit.
Took it all.
Took a hit.
Ah, okay.
Busted.
Doyle raised to 1,600. Pocket pair for Lex. He calls.
This should be a 5-card race, but Bonham will fold it a 5.
But Lex hits the case 5, giving him a set. Doyle, however, has the nut flush draw.
Oh man, this is an action flop.
Doyle fires 2,500.
Lex ain't folding and his hand is disguised, so we might even see a raise. He'll want to charge Doyle if he's got a diamond draw, which we know he does.
There's the raise to 8,200.
Lex's image is likely to get Doyle to commit some more chips. That's one of the benefits of playing so nuts. You get paid when you have them.
Doyle re-raises to 33-2.
Looks like this re-raise from Doyle has given Lex some cause for concern. Either that or he's Hollywooding. It's possible Doyle could have a bigger set, but I don't think it happens often enough that you could ever fold this. On a board like this, it's almost impossible to fold a set because it's so much more likely you're facing a draw than a bigger set.
Lex calls.
I'm not sure if Lex loves his hand. He might want to see another card and reevaluate.
That next card is an 8, giving Lex a full house.
That eliminates any diamond fears Lex might have had, and it pretty much narrows down Doyle's hand to a bluff or a set of queens. That second 8 hitting makes pocket 8s way less likely. Looks like Doyle's about to commit some more money to this pot, drawing completely dead.
Fires 75 grand.
I'm all in.
Lex is all in.
Lex doesn't even have enough to make a full raise, so all in is just about his only move.
Maybe totally dead here. 20, 25, 35 more. About 40 more. It's the first hand, right?
Doyle has painted himself into a corner here. He's 37K more for a pot of 257,000. He's pot committed, which is a scary place to be when you're drawing dead.
37?
37-2.
Brunson calls and sees the terrible news.
Got ace.
He's got it. Let him have it.
Lex wins the biggest pot of the week. They'll run the meaningless river card. Wouldn't even have made Doyle his flush.
And just like that.
Lex Veldhuis has just scooped up a massive pot of nearly $300,000. King 8 suited for Lex. Raised to 1,400.
No surprise he's raising Russ's big blind.
Suited 1 gapper for Daniel in the small blind. He calls. Ace 8 for Russ. He's in.
I try not to lie about my hands on these TV games because you get caught.
Ace 6 jack, 2 hearts, top pair for the cannon. Daniel checks. Harlow checks.
Russ has given Lex a chance to fire at this.
He does, betting 2,700.
Lex's bet could easily just be a C-bet, which it is, and Russ checks, so he looks pretty weak. 4 deuce should be an insta-fold, so it looks like Daniel's cooking something up here.
And he cooks up a raise to 7,200.
Russ is in a good spot. Daniel's juiced the pot for the guy with the best hand.
But he folds.
That's a ridiculous fold. Russ just doesn't have enough time or chips to fold there. Why call pre-flop if you're going to fold top pair?
If Russ doesn't end up turning a profit, he's going to regret that fold.
That's confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing to me.
Action back on Lex, who has just king high. Lex calls.
A stone float.
The turn would have given Russ trips.
Allow me. Blarg.
Daniel checks. And Lex checks. The river, the 9 of hearts.
Both these guys were up to the same thing, checking the turn so they can fire a bet on the river without it having to be too big.
There's that Veldhuisian stare.
Daniel's going to have first crack at it.
He bets 9,000.
This is a pretty good bet from Daniel. 9,000 makes it seem like he wants to get called. Looks like Lex might have to reconsider his float plans. Lex could very well fold this or follow through on the float maybe, but I don't see him calling.
He does call.
I will play the board. King Haya? That's good. Nice call. Jeez. What the hell was that? That was sick. I had 4 high.
You missed his draw.
That is just a sick, sick call.
What did you put me on exactly? 4 high?